How much does your kitty love you? Do they love you at all? Cats are subtle creatures whose actions are often hard to interpret and whose body language can sometimes be a mystery. You probably talk to your cat all the time. A lot of cat parents do, but we bet you wish that your kitty could talk back, just so that you could get an answer to some of these all-important questions. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the ways that our kitties can communicate, albeit not in the way that we humans are used to. Your cat may not be all that chatty, but your kitty's body language can tell you a wealth of information about their thoughts and feelings. Here are 5 easy-to-miss signs that your kitty adores you. Hang on, before we dive in, why not subscribe to our channel and join our feline-loving community for more tips and tricks to help you understand your feline friends. Biting. This isn't so much easy to miss as it is easy to misinterpret. With a few notable exceptions, in general, a human biting another human is a pretty unambiguously unfriendly gesture. So when your kitty puts their mouth around you, even if they don't actually sink their teeth into your skin, it can be easy to assume that you must have done something to upset them, or that they're being deliberately mean for the sake of it. But to understand feline behavior, you have to look at how your kitty interacts with other cats. And if you take note of your cat's social behavior, you'll notice that cats bite each other all the time, even if they're friends. Sometimes it's intended as a warning, like if one cat treads on another or tries to steal their food. Other times, however, it's meant as a gesture of friendship. Biting and scratching each other is how cats play. This starts in kittenhood, when cats will scratch and bite their litter mates while play fighting. Play fighting is a behavior that a lot of young animals engage in. Even human children will often wrestle, or chase each other, or play hide and seek as a way of playing, and these games exist across multiple cultures. For cats, play fighting gives them a safe environment to practice dispatching prey and fighting with other cats, skills that would be vital to their survival in the wild. Play-fighting cats learn to pull their punches from an early age. If a kitten bites or scratches another kitten too hard, that kitten will squeak in protest and usually refuse to continue playing until the other baby has shown that they are sorry by grooming them. If a kitten bites their mama cat too hard, then they might end up being forcibly groomed themselves, as mama cats tend to consider bath time to be a solution to most discipline problems. By the time they are old enough to leave the nest and move into their forever homes, most kitties will have a good idea of how much pressure they can use whilst fighting before they start hurting their playmates. The problem is, they only learn how much pressure they can use on other cats. Cats have protective layers of fur to shield their skin from attack. Most humans tragically lack all-over body fur, although if you have it, more power to you, and therefore are much more vulnerable. Your cat can be trained to stop doing this the same way they were trained in the nest, by loudly saying "ouch." So they know that you've been hurt, and then removing yourself from the area and ignoring them for a couple of minutes to let them know that playtime won't continue unless they learn not to get too rough. But don't be too upset if they forget, especially when they're young. Although it seems counterintuitive, biting and scratching really can be a love language for cats. Stealing. There's a reason why cat burglar is a term. Many cats can be little kleptomaniacs, stealing anything and everything their cat parents leave lying around. Cats will most often steal food, but many kitties will move on to more valuable objects. Cats may decide that they want to steal your laundry, either by dragging it off to somewhere hidden or just by sleeping on top of it to claim it as their own. Smaller items that are owned by their cat parent will also fall into their paws, which is why it's so important to not leave objects lying around that are small enough to get caught in your kitty's throat. Cats may seem like they're just being greedy or mean by stealing your belongings, but they actually have a reason for doing so. Cats are very scent-oriented creatures, and your belongings carry your scent. Most people would probably object to the idea that they're leaving their personal smell on all their possessions. Does this mean that you stink? But your cat isn't picking up on the smell of sweat or body odor, or at least not just that. They're picking up on the smell of you. By stealing your belongings and insisting on sleeping in your bed or taking your favorite spot on the couch for their own, your cat is signaling that your scent makes them feel safe and at home. They know that you are a safe person, and being around you makes them happy, so they want to feel like they're around you all the time. Cat kissing. This is one of the most subtle but meaningful methods of communication that your kitty has at their disposal. If you catch your cat staring at you from across the room, you may find the gesture suspicious or even sinister. This is because you're used to interpreting human body language, and when one human is staring at another human across the room without speaking, it normally indicates at worst malevolent intentions, and at best a lack of awareness about social norms. But your cat is working with different set of social norms. If your cat stares at you from across the room and then slowly opens and closes their eyes when they catch your attention, then this means that they are showing you a deep sign of their affection, also known as a cat kiss or an I love you blink. This is the feline equivalent of blowing you a kiss from across the room. If you want to spread the love, meet your kitty's gaze and slowly blink back. You'll make their day. A cat's smile. A cat's tail is about as expressive as a human's face, and is therefore the best place to look if you're trying to gauge your kitty's emotional state. A cat raising their tail is like a human raising the corners of their mouth. It shows that they are happy and want everyone who sees them to know it. You may notice that your kitty lifts their tail when you enter a room, or when they enter a room that you are already in. This is their way of expressing that they are happy to see you. Your fur baby's heart is so full of love for you that just seeing you walk into a room is enough to make their day. Licking. Licking is another feline form of affection that can get a little bit uncomfy for a human recipient. A cat's tongue is used not only to clean grime and dust off of their fur, but also to comb through it, removing tangles and knots. To aid this, it's equipped with several rows of backwards facing spines called papillae. They're fine against a cat's fur, but against bare human skin, they can feel like sandpaper. The rough tongue is a common trait in all felines, and it gets worse the bigger the kitty. Lions and tigers in zoos have been known to scrape paint from the walls of their enclosures just by licking at them, and they will often use their tongues to help clean the fur off their kills before they dig in. If a lion or tiger licked your arm, you'd potentially risk losing layers of skin, and then probably the rest of your skin, and your arm unless you manage to run away very quickly. So perhaps you should be grateful that your kitty's tongue only feels like it's scraping you raw. Grooming is an important feline social behavior that helps them relax and build bonds with other cats. Think about cats grooming each other as the feline equivalent of teen girls brushing and braiding each other's hair. It's about having fun and displaying friendship as much as it is practical. When your cat grooms you, it's their way of demonstrating that they consider you a friend and want to show you how much you mean to them. For more information about how to care for your cat, why not check out this video on why your cat doesn't like having their belly rubbed?